Right, okay, so fuel injection system. We've got a problem with the bike not starting. So what we need to do is get under the tank and get to the spark plugs and the fuel rail, the injectors and one thing and another, and try and diagnose this properly. Obviously, if we start at the beginning with the spark, make sure it's sparking, then work our way back. So this would be one part of many, well, a few videos what we're going to put together on this anyway. So we're just removing the tank at the minute, like, and obviously when you're doing this, there's only a couple of bolts at the front and the back of it, but when you're just about to lift the tank off like I'm doing now, there is a few electrical connectors. Nearly lost the tank there. Let's put that back in place. And then you've obviously got the clip for the fuel as well, like, so there was a bit of pressure in this tank when I took off the fuel line, and it's squirting coming up in a minute. There we go. So obviously that's me priming the tank a few times before I'm actually doing this process. But tank's off now, we can start the job. Okay, so that's the tank off. I've just got it wedged nicely on my little stool there. Okay, tools for the job. Long nose pliers, 10mm socket, little dinky one there. Okay, so you got the top of the box off. This is what you're left with. Now this, the only way this is connected now is a couple of bolts here. That's what the 10mm is for. And just underneath here, there's like a little, you just get like a little pilot lug thing. It goes, you'll see underneath anyway. God, I can't explain these bloody things anyway. But that's what guides it in and holds it in place underneath there. So just those two bolts there, and it guides into there. Okay, so the pliers, obviously there's a, don't know what you call those clips, little clip there, pinch it together, ooze it up here, pull this pipe off. That's just an overflow pipe with dangles there anyway, and the only other pipe is just here. Okay, some sort of breather overflow pipe as well. Right, so we'll get that off, easy peasy, and then it'll expose everything underneath, specifically the plugs, cool packs. Okay. There we go, easy as that. That's what I was referring to, that's like the guide there. Goes into this bracket here with a nice little rubber bung on it. Okay, that's that. Get all that nice clean. Now one thing to, when I took this off originally, I might have referenced this back in another video anyway, but it wasn't actually put on properly. So this particular one here goes there. It's got a few little creases on it because it wasn't fitted properly, so it didn't fit flush onto the mount here. So that's one thing to be careful of when you put it back in. Just make sure it's all nice. It should be butted up nice and tight, like this ridge here, all the way into there. So, and you'll be able to see it from the top anyway, but that's obviously important. And that was actually fitted like that. And you know, obviously it can bring some crap in. That may well be part of the problem what I've got at the minute going forward with something else anyway, but for the purposes of this, there we go. It's as easy as that. And obviously just when you're putting it back on, just get it into some sort of set position just to connect all the gubbins properly. Make sure you check everything out, screw it back up, job's good. The iridium plugs what I've put in were set at 0.7, so these have all been adjusted now to 0.9. Anyway, watch this space. But they're all connected back up, they're all torqued up to I think the spec is 18 Newton meters, which I had to wait for my new ratchet to come, my torque ratchet. So that's all done, but I've done it about sort of 17.5 ish, and I'm I'm quite happy with that, so they're in there anyway. Okay, brilliant. Okay, right, so plot thickens. It's still not starting on its own accord, shall we say. It's not firing up. Okay, so I'm going to finish this video off the way I started, just doing an over talk of the video. Like this video's just been speeded up a little bit. It's about 8 minutes long of me rambling on about all the stuff we're going to do following up from this. So basically where we're at, the spark plugs were tested, they're sparking okay, they're all set up properly, they're in they're back in position, cool packs on and everything. Fired it up and still no avail. Like, so we know it's sparking, so that's good. Now obviously while the tank was off and one thing and another, we did try and force fuel through the injectors into the throttle bodies to see if there's anything happening there, but there wasn't no fuel coming out of the injectors. So obviously the next process, which you'll see in the next video, is us cleaning out the injectors. We made a nifty little injector cleaner, homemade injector cleaner. You'll see that in detail in the next video anyway, like, but that works really well. As it turns out, not that I want to, well, basically the injectors are fine, so we'll go through it. Like I say, we'll go through it in the next video and see where we go from there. But this is obviously spark to the injectors, cleaning out the fuel rail, and then we're going to go further back, pressure testing, seeing if the fuel pump's okay. I mean, it sounds okay and one thing and another. Then you got your fuel pressure regulator as well. Like, so there's a few components before we go back, actually, you know, as far as the fuel in the tank, so to speak. But it's fresh fuel in there at this point. Everything's okay from that point of view, but it is, like I say, without repeating myself, just a process of elimination. So yeah, onwards and upwards to the next part. I'll be putting that video out probably over the next few days towards the end of the week, and then we'll call that a part 2. Cheers for watching, sticking with it. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, or, you know, make a comment or something. Even subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. Like, it helps us out. Yeah, we're just trying to get a few views on it and one thing and another. We're doing short videos as well, like, so it's all good. Bertie's Bike Diary. Yeah, we're just documenting all the trials and tribulations of this Daytona 955. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.